Hey YouTube, I'm gonna talk a little bit about awakening and how it happened in my case. Like many others, I spent some time on YouTube looking on spiritual videos, gurus, reading some books. Was very interested in this subject. And it is a physical thing. A lot of people get caught up in this mental gymnastics and has nothing to do with that. It's a purely physical phenomenon. Your thinking is something you're doing all the time, like moving your hand. Except it's with the hand you can't see, it's on behind your back, you can say. So, how to relax this impulsive thinking? It was just to look and listen. They are not two different things. And what happened was I was sitting in my living room and I was thinking about what some guru said. I think it was this guru who is like called out to be a fake guru, actually, called Nityananda from India. And I heard him say, awareness and alertness is the key. And I thought, alertness? That has to be like just looking, and like if you're sitting with your friends and the doorbell rings, then everybody's like, oh, and listening. So put your senses outward. Just look and listen carefully. And then I thought about awareness. And awareness was like, it has to be like almost like the space in which everything is occurring. Even all thoughts, all feelings, my vision, my hearing, everything is like in this kind of space. And as I sat wondering about this, then suddenly it was like a log with a square on it, which fell into another log with open, just like Tetris, if you played this game. And it clicked inside, just in my head, like a turning of a key. And it just, oh shit, oh. And the mind was completely silent. And I noticed that when I was just looking, then the mind was silent. And I was like, when it clicked, it was like very, very, it's like a mix of astonishment and kind of like embarrassment. Because like, I was like, how did I not notice this before? Like, what? I was 27 and I never looked into the room I was sitting in once, even once. It was what it seemed like. And after that, it was just like a big anxiety attack. Like, oh shit, oh, like that. And I was feeling like I'm dying, I'm disappearing, like a black hole inside of me was just sucking everything. It's hard to explain these things, I'm sorry, but it's like, yeah. But I didn't die. And when I tried to start to think again, because I was so unfamiliar with this silence. It was so frightening, very frightening silence. And I tried to start to think again, and the thoughts would come, but then it would just subside into nothingness again. and I was remained with the nothingness, and it was terrifying, to be honest. But after like maybe 5 minutes of this anxiety, no, maybe not 5 minutes, 1 minute, you can say. I turned to the side because it was so overwhelming, and I looked down into the pillow on the couch, and I grabbed like the couch and like looked down into the couch, like almost like I was gonna throw up. And I looked in the pillow, and there was like a face that, yeah, kind of looked like me, but older, with sort of like round glasses and shorter hair than I have now. Looked like a kind of Freeman in the Half-Life games, I can say. I mean, it was inside the pillow, so a hallucination. And that's when I definitely knew that something was really happening. Like it wasn't just something I imagined, or yeah. So, and after that, the state of silence in the mind just came natural, and I didn't have that. And a lot of things changed. Like before that, when I was in a dark room, for example, and a jacket would hang over a chair, for example, in the dark, it would turn into like this ghostly old woman who was looking at me, and like all the shadows would become like creatures and all this kind of stuff. And now it's just dark, and if I can't see it, I can't see it. It just doesn't become anything else. It just becomes unclear or dark. That's all. Same when I close my eyes. Before I would like see like landscapes, and when I was trying to sleep, etc. Like almost with a green color. All the movies were like green color. I could fly over landscapes and stuff. That's all gone. So almost like an overactive imagination stopped to be active, I can say. So that's also how I know some big change happened, because there was some changes, like physically, in how I perceived things. And also after this, I felt like in my chest, I felt like this golden sort of warmth, and like I found the treasure. And I remember like not caring if somebody else finds it, or if somebody else has a better version, or that was just like gone. Because that is maybe the big thing for spiritual seekers, that they want what the master has, and this kind of things. And that was like a glowing feeling in my chest, that I found the treasure, and that was enough, you can say. Like this but also like astonishment and embarrassment over not realizing this before. It's a kind of a fun experience to have, but frightening as well. It was very frightening. And as I got more and more used to this, I had to like almost learn activities all over, like, because you're so used to thinking and pumping this while you're doing things, that it was like I had to learn to do it again. Yeah, but I came around to it, and also I could feel like, and this is just speculation, that my energy was a little bit different. Like I was getting like sort of hints. In Norway, when we go on the bus, we always sit like far. If there's nobody on the bus but one person, we don't go sit next to that person. Maybe in some other cultures they would go to that person and hey and socialize, but in Norway we sit like as far away as we can. It's kind of funny actually. But I noticed that when the bus was empty and I was the only one there, that people would sit closer to me than what I perceived as normal, you can say. Of course, it's only speculation, but these kind of feelings, a lot of small hints like that. Like I was almost like I was magnetic, you can say. And I had, yeah. So that's it. So to summarize, It's just about looking and listening. If you look into the room, really look. If you have ADHD or anything like that, you won't be able to do it. You will not be able to do this. And you should notice that you are not able to do it, and you can practice. Just look. There is silence. Complete silence. Just my senses functioning naturally. That's it. Hope this helps.